Well, hello YouTube. Guess what? At the kitchen counter. Now, all those batteries I went over on that one video where I was showing all the stuff I've gotten. Um, this is not sponsored. This is my own money. BMW 16s. Had to add these on. I've still got to crimp the wires on, but that's a 4-gauge line. Cut the original harness off. I think I'm going to do something a little different on the next round, because this was chaos. Trust me. And then active balance. Not a BMS. The motor controller I've got will shut down if the voltage gets too low. It shuts down on its own. Cuts output power completely. That's the safer way. Any of you that's watched my Evader videos, you may have seen some comments in there where I'd actually said that the BMS cut the power off to the controller, and it says in the manual on those voltals that if you've got a BMS and it cuts the power to the voltol controller, that it could damage the MOSFETs. And I believe that's what happened, because I had several instances where I had a failed breaker shut off several times, so that's cutting power off going to the controller. And also a few instances where the battery went completely dead and I couldn't move the bike anymore. Yeah, could very well be my own fault. The warning was in the manual. So with these and the controller I've got, which is not a Voltol, it is something that was recommended by, yes, Golden Motors. That's where I got the motor from. It's 20,000 watts. I am not going to use a BMS, but what I am going to do is active balance, and it is a dolly. They are Bluetooth, so I can Bluetooth in on one of these. The Catch-22, in order to save power, they actually have a little button right there that turns them on. Then you use an app to link to your phone to see what's up with them. That means I'm going to have 8 of these, but at least I can see what's going on when I need to. And this is on a timeout timer too. It shuts itself off. It will not transmit 100% of the time. Working out absolutely great. Now, overcharge protection. The charger that I have to go to these is rated at the voltage that these cells are supposed to be. So if I've got an active balancer going on, keeping all the cells equal, then there should be no problem with overcharge. At all. And with the voltage, the controller shutting down at low voltage, there should be no problem, period. Unless one cell goes bad, and this has to keep the cells balanced. So, you know, that's what this is about. If you end up with a weak cell, it's going to take power from other cells to dump into that one bad one, and you should be able to see that, because you can monitor that and see where power is constantly going into one cell or 2 cells or however many that may be bad, pulling from other cells to the ones that are lacking. The fact that it does do an active balance, there will be no cell farther discharged or less discharged to cause a problem, because you've got if you've got a higher capacity battery in one of these cells that stays up farther than any other, it will charge first. That is what balance is about on the BMS boards. It tries to keep all cells during charge state from overcharging. And if you've got active balance, all cells are within at least 0.05, something like that. Yeah, it runs pretty close. So overcharging should never be a problem. Now on the terminals on these, it's really weird how they got these. This is a spade. It's a spade blade type connector. I scoured the internet and I could not find anything to fit that, so I went with these, and I had to buy a tool because I never have any luck with these, so I just went on and did the tool thing. But this type of connector I've never had any luck with unless I soldered the wire in, and for it to be a 4-gauge wire with this kind of connector, I'm going to need a torch. Folks, have you checked to see how much a torch is these days? A little propane trigger torch, $40 for the tank and trigger. It's ridiculous. So I bought the tool for this to crimp them on. I'm going to use 4-gauge line, jumping from one battery to the next to give me the 32. These are 16s batteries, 36 amp hour piece. BMW does make an 8s, and battery hookup does not have them in stock, but they are putting them in auction because it's ones that they found that were defective. Then most of them were out of balance. The ones that are in auction are out of balance, or they've got one cell bad. And most of the case, from what I've seen, the ones that they've got at auction, they've got one bad cell. That's it. And BMW built these packs to never come apart. They are not built to disassemble. All the sides are welded. No bolts whatsoever in these batteries. But they are 16s, 36 amp hour. Okay, second battery. I think I got a new camera, by the way. An actual camera. Flip out lens and turn it. So this is the kind of connector anybody that doesn't know or is curious about these batteries, this is the kind of connector it has. And note, this is not factory. It did have a sleeve over top of it, but I broke the sleeve off thinking, well, maybe pull the pins out and pin it to this. But well, these plugs are factory sealed, and I don't want to go through that chaos. So I am going to, most likely on this round, instead of removing the whole factory harness, Oh, just cut all these down to shorter length, same length, and I've got some heat shrink tubing that I can cover all the seams with. Because messing with this is complete chaos. Anybody that's been curious about these batteries, this is how they're built. There is not a single bolt in any cell. They are all welded. These are the outputs here and here, and they are marked on the outer shell cover for positive and ground. So ground side is where the cable comes out at. These do have temperature probe sensors on them, but I don't have anything to utilize them. And you're pretty much not going to be soldering anything to these tabs because they're just too thick. That best guess, I would guess these batteries to be about 200 amp apiece for a safe margin, and that's fine because I'm running 32S at 200 amp, and even that's going to push that motor a little more than what I should. So the other option to utilize BMS or active balance, if you go with this method, is cut all these wires or cut all the wires going to the batteries and replace the harness. I replaced the harness on the last one, and I don't think I'm going to do that this time. One thing I thought was kind of weird is on the positive and ground for their BMS system, they actually used 2 wires. Don't know why they thought one wasn't enough on the ground and positive, but okay, whatever. One single wire will work. But hey, it's BMW. They're going to do what they do. Alright, I need to get in this shot a little more. Alright, now, what am I going to do? I think I'll cut these posts open. Input and output. These covers have to be cut off because, well, you're not getting anything in there. And what I've been doing is threaded rod, 6mm, and I'll put one underneath the tab after I drill a hole. I gotta drill a hole. It's like 1/4 inch, put the threaded rod through the hole with this underneath. That gives me a stud, and then I've got something to actually have an output, because I have never seen a spade connector blade that big. This is going to get hairy here in a minute. I do have a cutting wheel on like a Dremel tool, but it's a Ryobi model. And well, I ended up cutting some of the connector off by accident, and I really don't want to do that. Gets a little rugged, but you gotta bear with it. Alright, let's do that. Shit. That is not what I wanted to do. Wanted to keep some plastic going across that, but oh, what can you do? Whoa, yeah. Well, I need to make sure all these cells have got voltage. I ordered these batteries back in December, so they've been sitting a couple of months. And it looks like they're all between 356 and 358. That is perfect. Alright. Go ahead and add my post. Whoa, what did I do with my drill? plastic protection. Something to protect the bottom when the reel goes through. Needs to be thin. Just enough to stop it. Yes, that drill will go through plastic pretty quick. I get that. But it's just an assist. I haven't even tested the motor and stuff just yet. Don't have a battery built, but you know, it's still winter time out there. There's no need in me being in a hurry. I'd really like to have everything ready and good to go when the warm weather moves in. So here we go, people. Drill noises. Alright, now something to hold the post up. That's too thick. It's copper, so it will go pretty quick. As long as you got a sharp drill bit, and apparently I don't. Ha. Straight screwdriver is around here somewhere. Yeah, put an indentation on the plastic underneath, but that's fine. Alright, now I gotta bend the tab, get underneath it real good. What is sticking down, stopping that? Off center. There. Might be able to get that. Oh, there it is. I was just looking for that. centered again. Almost got my toes. This one is being difficult. Oh, I think I got it started. Nope, I think I got it cross-threaded. Well, that's just fantastic. And that is the wrong end. Rods are stainless, so no rust. The bolts are stainless, won't have any trouble there either. Plenty. Ain't no problem. Wow, finally got it. Now that I got it in the post ain't on there, it's no help. Just 72 miles trying to get this damn post on. Because I'm not taking that threaded rod out again. Gotta have this on to be able to measure the length of the post. Alright, now anybody that wanted to could probably go up to a 0-gauge wire on this, but you're definitely going to need a 1/4-inch hole. Anything bigger than that is just going to be too big. So, you know, this is the best thing I'll come up with. And they do have posts out there for 0-gauge at a 1/4-inch hole. Amazon's website. Okay, now time to cut the threaded rod off. Big noise. If you're guessing stainless don't like to be cut, woo, that's hot. You're right. Okay. Got that one? Well, I didn't drop it again. Oh, wait, well, I gotta cut that plastic first. Yeah, if you guys are thinking this is trial and error, you're absolutely right, because this is only the second battery I've worked with on this. I'll get these posts on and then run that harness. I'm still kind of on the fence about which way I'm going to go with that, because the other one turned out good, don't get me wrong. But this, yeah, that's complete chaos, because I cut all the wires off with just enough. I left about 2 inches of wire on each battery. That's what I did, and then soldered these to it. Turned out good. Don't get me wrong. But if there's an easier way, and just as effective, I'll take it. Alright, let's see. I think I'll put it across the back. Matter of fact, do I have a cutting needle? Something to cut. There's a nice. Yeah. Now, let's see what kind of controlled brake I can get. Well, that was practically perfect. Hello, you guys. Okay, I didn't move out of camera. That's good. Alright. Terminal. Threaded rod. Might be better off going back a little more on that plastic. Give the drill bit a little something to bite into. Let's see, I need something better than plastic for sure. Mm. So, what are the chances I Yes, that stopped it just nicely. Still got off center. Didn't know I started the pre-drill. In the middle. Whoa, yep. What are the chances I'll do a boo-boo? Pretty high. I've been around electronics and stuff yeah, for a very long time, so to see a spark go off like that, it don't scare me. These batteries will dry shock you. Trust me. It don't tickle and it don't hurt, but you know, what's happening. Well, um, some of you that are salvaging these batteries, that actually feels like taping between each cell. I'd be kind of curious to see what you're doing. Because if that's tape, and that's 3M grade tape, those cells ain't coming apart willingly. At all. I'm just utilizing 100% of the battery. Of course, I don't have a defective cell in these either. The price I paid for them, I certainly would hope not. Yep. Chances I'll do a boo-boo? Very high. Post. Whoa, monkey's butt. Alright. I can raise that up just a little. Run that down. Well, yeah. Nuts have a serrated flare, so it helps keep them from backing out. Gives them a chance. I actually wanted to get some slimmer ones down at the bottom so that flange could sit flat. but I didn't do it. Hey, how big is this? Oh, that almost fits. That would have been convenient. Okay, turn this battery around. It is almost ready to be a battery that can be used for output. I think I'm gonna test the motor controller and stuff later. Probably later today, since I'm gonna have a battery I can use. Having the active balance on it's not gonna be that big of an issue right now. They're not gonna be charged. I need something to test with, make sure the motor's working, and the controller. Alright, my cutoff wheel. Alright, I want the post to fall that way. Not this way. That way's bad. This way, okay. Post number 2. Alright. Piece of excess plastic hanging over here. Clip it off because it's interfering with the cover seating. What to do? Replace the harness or cut off the end and put a new one on it?